Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Stephanie and today I'll be joined by my colleague Marla and we're going to share 7 helpful tips for families to support their children's social and emotional development through these challenging times. So welcome Marla.
Hi, nice to see you.
So this quick video is a prequel to our webinar event, Bridging the Gap, Enhancing Communication Between ECEs and Families to Support Children's Social and Emotional Development. So the webinar will be presented on February 25th at 7 p.m. Atlantic time. You can register for the webinar through the link in the description of this video. And if you do, please register by February 19th so that we will be able to send out links to the invite for everybody. So we'll introduce ourselves first, and then Marla will get us started with the first tip. So like I said, my name is Stephanie and I am the project coordinator for the evaluation of the pyramid model in Nova Scotia at the Early Childhood Collaborative Research Center at Mount Saint Vincent University.
Hey everyone, so my name is Marla Smith and I am a research coordinator for the Positive Solutions for Families project in the Early Childhood Collaborative Research Center at MSVU in Halifax. So Stephanie mentioned, I'm just going to jump right into the 7 tips. So the first tip is simply to be available. So COVID-19 is something that everyone is talking about. So your child may hear information at school or from the media or other adults and children in their lives. So it's really important to let your child know that you are there to listen to their concerns and help them when they may feel anxious or scared. So a couple tips that go along with this are to listen to your child's feelings, questions, thoughts, or beliefs, and then to use appropriate language when responding to your children's questions or concerns, because they really are going to help them during this time.
So the second tip is to let children know that they are safe. So when we're talking to children, make sure you use a calm voice despite how you may actually feel. Children will feed off of adults' emotions and pick up on them. So if you're calm, your child's more likely to be calm. Same with, as Marla has mentioned, about questions. Your child's going to have questions. So when you are responding to them, make sure you're responding in a calm voice despite kind of how your personal feelings may be around it. You also want to provide your child with lots of positive attention. So this is some high fives, hugs, some positive comments, just to reassure them that they are okay and that everything's going to be all right.
Number 3 is teaching your child things they can do to feel safe. So as Stephanie just mentioned, while providing them with that extra attention and support, we can also help them do things if they start to feel anxious or worried to give them that sense of control. So for example, incorporate new safety routines like appropriate hand washing so they know how to keep safe. So for example, use language such as, we're going to wash our hands for 20 seconds when we come home to get rid of any germs. Do you want to sing a song when we count? What song do you want to sing? Or when you cough or sneeze, you should cover your mouth with your elbow. This will help keep me, your friends, and teachers safe.
So kind of to go along with that, the fourth tip is just to keep your daily routine as normal as you can, so to help ease that anxiety. So just like adults, children love the predictability of routines and the safety of routines. So just make sure that you keep your daily routine as normal as you can for the routines that you can control. So this would be like your meal, your sleep, your wake up, or your bedtime. If you need to change a routine or something happens and it doesn't go as planned, make sure you communicate this with the child prior to it happening if you can. If not, that's okay. But just explain why things might be the way that they are or why they're different in a developmentally appropriate way. Last, if you can provide choice to your child during a routine, do this. Choice gives children a sense of control and can help ease anxiety. So giving them the option of what mask do you want to wear today as we go grocery shopping, or do you want to go to the park, or do you want to go for a walk today?
Number 5 is creating a plan B. So with COVID, a lot of things are uncertain. As we all know, some activities or plans just may be postponed or look a little bit different, such as going to school or childcare or even just going out for dinner. So prepare some backup activities if plans decide to change. And it's important to provide movement opportunities along with this. So something simple like taking a walk or riding bikes or even having a silly dance party. Scavenger hunts are also a great way to get out and move. It's difficult for parents, especially during COVID-19, when they may be busy during the day with their own job. If they're working from home, they may have to jump on a meeting and they can't always be there. And that's definitely not something to feel ashamed of. Something you can do for this is create a "When Mom and Dad is Busy" poster, I can. So your child can select their own activity. So create a poster with your child by finding pictures of activity options online, or you can draw pictures together to show them things they can do when you're busy and you can't be there. Additionally, you can help your child create an activity bin just filled with things your child enjoys and can do independently.
So the sixth tip is just to build family time into the routine. So when you aren't busy and when you do have time to spend with your child, plan some activities that you can do together as a family. So spending time as a family allows children to feel connected and grounded. In some cases, families have been granted with some additional family time throughout these lockdowns and restrictions. So do take advantage of that if you can, and if you are in that situation. So you can have a family games night, have a virtual chat with a family member or friends, or get outside and explore like Marla had suggested about riding a bike, taking a walk, or even doing a fun scavenger hunt.
So number 7, the final tip, is being aware of your child's changes in behavior. And this is a really important one. Just like adults, children's anxiety or fear may show up as a new behavior in tougher, stressful situations. So when adults get stressed, they may become more irritable or distant. For children, these behaviors can be challenging, so such as temper tantrums or hitting of siblings. And they can also be more subtle, so withdrawing from activities they usually enjoy or seeking more comfort and attention. So the most important thing to do is always validate your child's feelings and offer support. For example, if your child whines or starts crying a little bit more, you might say something like, it looks like you're feeling sad. I noticed you're crying a lot today. When I feel sad, a hug makes me feel better. Would you like a hug? Always labeling those feeling words is so important. You can also set aside a quiet place in your home where your child can go when they need to calm down. So use this place as a way to help your child stay calm and feel safe with their feelings while at home. You can offer materials such as books or squishy toys or blankets or stuffed animals, something comforting for your child. And you can invite your child to choose the location and the materials. You can redirect your child to this quiet place when you see them experiencing those strong emotions. It's really important, though, not to use this space as a punishment in any way. This is an option children can choose if they wish to, and you want this to be a place where your child can feel safe, not a space that they associate with punishment. And finally, to go along with that, try to provide extra positive attention to your child when they're not displaying challenging behavior. So if your child has started whining more or hitting more, provide additional attention when they're using their big kid voice, for example, to ask for things, rather than paying attention to those difficult behaviors, which is very hard. Try and pay more attention while your child is displaying the positive behaviors to really reinforce the good behavior. So that's it. Those are the 7 tips. This video will be posted on our ECCRC Facebook page for future reference, and the link to the resource we used for the 7 tips is in this video's description. And just so you know, you can also find more resources at challengingbehavior.org/emergency. It's a really good site for resources like this one. Also, as Stephanie mentioned, we will be co-hosting a webinar on February 25th, where we'll talk more about social emotional health, specifically around the 2 projects we mentioned earlier that we're working on at ECCRC related to children's social and emotional development. And we'll also kind of be talking about how we can start to bridge the gap between early child educators and parent communication. So the registration link for that is in the description of this video as well, and it can also be found at our ECCRC Facebook page. There's limited spaces available, but I believe there is still some space, so feel free to register, and we'd love to see you there.